Welcome everybody, how are you doing this fine evening? I'm doing well and I hope you're doing well and well. Well as well. I'm Lex from Techies Reviews and today we're going to look at Webflow. It's something that I'm very excited about to take a look at. I've been seeing content from them since a very long time, so I was very curious how it will work out and how it will be used and if it feels right to use as an alternative, of course, to WordPress. And for those of you who are new to this channel, I'm Lex from Techies Reviews, and I like to explore all kinds of things that has to do with the web. And the past few live streams, we've been looking at page builders, low code or no code page builders to be specific, that helps us to create websites. I like to do that as well. I'm a WordPress specialist since a few weeks ago, so I'm very excited to take a look at Webflow. So let's check it out. So if you haven't heard about Webflow as of yet, Webflow is a page builder. And as you can see, it feels kind of similar to other page builders that we have seen already in the past. It looks a lot like Web Studio. If I remember correctly, it is a little bit inspired by Webflow as well. And it also has some similarities to Bricks and Droid. We've watched it last week, we tried it out last week, and that one feels similar as well. So let's see how this will pan out. Now the biggest difference is that you pay a monthly plan. Hello little brother, thanks for joining. As we can see, instead of having a what's called a pricing just for the builder itself, in this case you not only buy the hosting, but you also damn it, sometimes my brain just doesn't compute. So sometimes in the WordPress, at least in WordPress, you only pay for the page builder, and here with Webflow you will get the page builder but also the hosting. But as you can see, if you're used to using WordPress, this can feel a little bit limited. If you look at the free option, which is unusual compared to the WordPress space, we see that you get a free Webflow.io domain name. So if you want to just try out Webflow, the free version is something you can try out. You have 2 pages, a few collection items, few CMS items. We'll dive into that as well today, and a few form submits, which is really weird that you get a limited form submits, but it's what it is. And as we can see, from $14 a month, we get a custom domain. So you can provide your own name, you have more pages, but you will lose the ability to have any CMS collections or CMS items, which in my opinion is a little bit weird. If you have it for free, then you get them, but then you lose them if you upgrade to the basic tier. All right. And you have unlimited form submits, 10 gigabytes of bandwidth, and search protection. So when there's a lot of people coming to your website, that there's a way to protect that. Now I can see very basic websites running completely fine for this one, for $14 a month. Hello Jimmy, how are you doing? Nice of you to join. And if you go higher, a higher tier, you can use CMS collections. So in WordPress it's called custom post types, I can imagine. And this is similar to the collections, only the weird thing is that you are limited to 2000 CMS items, which is a little bit strange for $23 a month. Now the previous pricing of other page builders are way more expensive for the first time, right? A lot of them have a one-time fee. For instance, an example, if we look at Bricks Builder, one of my favorite page builders at this time, I can't wait, by the way, for Edge. Because, yeah, that's very different in how you use it. And can't wait for it to release, because we have seen a lot of things already in the Edge group. So we'll be very excited to use that on my own website with my own stack. But we have to wait just a little bit longer for that. So this is the Bricks Builder, and this is the one that I'm using right now. And in here, we also have a visual way of changing things on a website, but you are not limited to the amount of CMS items. Let's see, where do I need to go? There we go. And also not to the form submissions. But if we look at, that's for later, the pricing, you see that the pricing starts at $79 a year. So it's a bit cheaper, I guess, than the Webflow thing, but then you are still missing the hosting. Now, if you ask me, you can get away with a hosting plan of $299 a month, depending on what kind of website you want, because if you look at the pricing right here, you see that there's no CDN. You can, of course, connect it to Cloudflare if you know what you're doing. And you have basic options for web shops. So I wouldn't suggest this for web shops. So all in all, I think this option is still cheaper than the Webflow one. Let's go back. This one. Oh, this one. Need to get used to my shortcuts, by the way. But at least there's a plan that you can use them as well. And there's a lot of add-ons. In WordPress, we call them plugins, but they have specific add-ons that do things. Elementor will be getting them as well. So I'm very curious about that one. Hey, Bogdan, how are you doing? Nice of you to pass by. I see a lot of updates in Web Studio coming up. So really loving what you guys are doing. And hope everything is well. Let's see. So here we are in the Webflow dashboard. You see that I've signed up for the free account. I don't want to pay if I don't know if this is the right builder for me. And we try and create a new website. Now we can start off right away with using a blank website or a template. Animations, awesome. All right, I'm going to play with those. You can imagine. Are those GZIP animations or are those CSS animations? Because I can see a different kind of UI for specific solutions you want to do. And let's have a look right here. So there's a lot of templates already available. There are paid ones, and I guess you also have some free ones. Native animations. All right. So even a different setup. Native web animations API in JavaScript. Oh, I think I need to catch up on the JavaScript iterations because I didn't know that you can have native web animations API in JavaScript. Though eventually, once there's good support for CSS, that's nice. Yeah. Yeah, I can see why. Because nowadays CSS animations are not so widely supported browser-wide, right? And then you need a polyfill to make it happen. It's what a lot of people do when they're using something new and some browser doesn't support it. I don't want to call any browser, but Firefox, right? Safari. But these are the kinds of templates that you start out with. Now we use brilliant scroll timeline polyfill. Okay. Yeah, nice. That's I've never used a scroll, but it's very smart to have that. No, Safari isn't great. I'm very sorry. I have a Mac for my laptop for work, and I don't quite like it. So we can select a template. This just select one, right? Enigma AI Studio. I mean, if I want to get views on this live stream, I need to use AI, right? So we can select that one. And we have a very nice site name. So let's call it, no worries, Bogdan. Let's call this website Bogdan's website. in Webflow. That will be something, because Edge is better. Yes, way better. I'm using Vivaldi, by the way, right now. I love that you joined, Bodin. Feel free to join anytime. And if you have something exciting for me to look at, message me. You know how to contact me, I hope. I always would like to look at Web Studio as well. I have similar website there. Nice. So this is quite a nice loader. See the gradient effects. So you have a nice Enigma website as well. So here we get greeted with AI assistant. I mean, yeah, it's about AI, right? Then you need to have something, because AI is getting very popular. If you use AI in the naming, then you get a lot of clicks. So I think I need to switch my title to "I build an AI website using AI in Webflow AI." I mean, how many times can you use AI in AI, right? Let's see. The interface feels very similar to what we have seen before. We have our styling settings on the right hand side. We have some settings for this specific element, I guess. But where do I see the structure? It's nice that the structure is hidden by default. We can see the path and where we specifically are at the moment. And we have the navigator. The navigator is our structure. All right, a little bit weird to call it navigator, but it is what it is. And here we see similar icons that we have seen before. I can zoom in a little bit. We can see the section with the section name. I assuming this is the component, or is something reusable. Let's see. Yeah, it is an instance, and we can edit the component itself. It's a different color. In WordPress, we're used to having the color purple for something that's a component and reusable. But in here, it's green. And if we press edit, we can open up the editor and we can make changes right here. So we're now editing the navigation component, as we can see. Perhaps we want to add another navigation link. So I'm assuming we can press Ctrl D, yes, and we'll add one. Test. And if we want to add another element in here, we can just press here, I guess. Yeah, this is for adding an element. And we also have our starter layouts. Oh, so these are wireframes and they're already baked in, so that's really nice. And we can also ask AI to add a section. Now, I don't work with AI much, but maybe I should do that. But I was editing this component. Why do I leave this component? All right, let's try it again. Let's add a section. It somehow moves me down, and I don't know where I need to interact to add an element with AI. I guess it is what it is. Let's remove those sections and go back to our... All right, some strange scrolling going on. And let's add an element right here. Let's not get too much distracted. We'll add in a button. Oh, there we have a button. And we can set a clicky button. Clicky button. The weird thing is that the default styling isn't set similar to this one, right? So is there a way to make the default buttons look the same way? Do we have another button style on this page that we can reference? You see, it is a ghost outline. That's what it's called and is used. So I'm now very curious. We can add nav link and a nav link contact. So those are our selectors. They call it selectors specifically and not classes, because there's a difference. A class is just to add a design with a specific class. A selector can be virtually everything. It can also be a before or after. So I wonder if this is, if we are able to do that. So let's add a test after. And I am assuming that when we click it, it is selected and that we can make changes. the first thing that we need to do for this selector is to add a content. So we can add a content of nothing. I see that is not possible. Content value will be empty. A value is required. No, it's not. We can leave it empty and then we add a pseudo element. So it's nice that we have some kind of selectors. I don't know how far we can push this, so I'm we're going to try out and find out, right? 100 pixels. Ah, I see. So now it's changing something different, and I don't know what I am changing. I'm doing changes to the oh damn, to the class that just added 100 pixels. It's nice that you can just type in and then it pre-fills the selector. Now the selector, if you are experienced with CSS, doesn't make any sense to use. At least the drop down kind of thing. But I can also see if you don't remember what the unit of measure is, or you've been away for a while, then you have a nice little place where you can find the unit of measure. Let's see. I'm curious, Jimmy. What is your take on it so far? What are things that you would like to see? And for you as well, Bogdan and Little Brother, if you guys are watching, and for the other people that are watching as well, let me know. What would you like to see? So let's add a nav link to here. Let's see what happens. It becomes very big, right? And then we can add nav link contacts. And there we have our nicely shaped button, but we don't have our background. So I'm curious, where can we set the stylings? Oh, here we have all our components. Oh, that's nice. That we can see how many instances they are used and where you can add them as well. You're interested in the search engine optimization side. Let's have a look in a bit. I'm curious what you can set. We can have our variables and collections. So this is our variable manager Bogdan's website. We can add a new one, color. That's a collection. And this looks very similar to what we have in Figma. So we can add a new Figma, a new color, for instance, color white. Oh, footy. I didn't know what footy is, but it's apparently a color. And we can add a color of black, and the base should be black. And I guess that we can add another mode. This one is dark, and this one is light. We can't change it. That's awkward. Hootie, hootie. Thanks, brother. Would you like some whipped cream? Family Guy, nice. Here we have our style selectors. Let's see. Can we find our nav link? But it was styled like a button. So is it called something different? Because here we have a normal link and we have a button link. Are we able to change the default styling options right here? I mean, we do have the style selector, so I would assume that there's whipped cream in my Cool Whip. Nice. Such a fun series. Have you ever watched it, Jimmy? Family Guy? I'm also very curious what your favorite cartoon show is when you grow up. Let's see, we have our button. It's strange that we don't see any other classes right here. Yeah, I mean, I guess in the basics, this is a tag, AA tag, just like the AA team, and they can make changes to it, but I can't find what kind of settings is set here. So I don't know how to set the general settings of this button. It's nice that we have a quick option and we have show all settings right here. So we have the show all settings, we have the button settings, that's nice. And we have some attributes we can add. So for what's called accessibility, it can help as well. You can add animations and triggers, which is fun to look at as well, by the way. But I can't find where the default styling of this button is set. And I want this button to be the same by default without me changing anything. Let's just press a couple of buttons, right? What does this button do? Oh, here we have Style Guide. Oh, this is nice that you can immediately go to Style Guide and see what kind of styles are available. We have rich text styles, we have display styles, we have paragraph styles, we have buttons. But here it says primary button. So let's double click our navigation, go there, and then we need to add a primary button. Look at that change, awesome. And do you know what the most fun thing is for Webflow? We also saw that in Web Studio. They can pick up a class and then you could drag it over. But it doesn't seem like it wants to do that right now. If I remember correctly, you can move them. You can put one up besides the other. For instance, if we want to change our text color, we can say text color, and we want our text color to be red. So let's have a look. There we have our color, and we want it to be red. We can set a variable or a custom. It's strange that it gives this example for a color and that you don't have a color picker. Well, anyway, we can change it to red. There we go. And now there should be a way, I don't know how, but that the primary button is after the text button. Do we need to remove the class first? We are not allowed to remove the class. Why is that? Duplicate. Right, I want this to be gone. Yes, I know. How can we remove classes? Oh. So now we are back from outer space. And if we add our primary button, for sure, then we see this button, and we add our color text, or did we call it text color? I'm just like a fish. I don't remember anything. That's why I need page builders to help out. Text color. I don't know. Let's do it like this, and let's add it red. There we go. And now the fun thing happens. If we add primary button again, or at least we can do it also the other way around. Text color. Why am I losing this? Am I losing myself? I guess I need to set it to red and then save somewhere. How do I save this then? I press Ctrl S and hope that it will work. Let's check out the chat as well. Sorry, I heard your question, but my phone was ringing at the same time. Be right back. It's fine. Neat. Yeah, this is a tricky constraint to manage class order. Yeah. Web Studio is using tokens, which more like future CSS Mixin's proposal, which supports any reordering. That's awesome that you have those kinds of things in there. So is that a Web Studio thing that I remember? I thought that it was also possible in Webflow, but maybe my memory doesn't serve me right. At least our text color is there. So if we add in the primary button, it should override the previous one. So if we change our color, so here we have the color red, but in this primary button, we always want it to be yellow. And as you can see, it's now yellow. And if we go like remove those, this is very annoying to use, by the way, that you have to remove both of them. If we now add primary button, we see that it's yellow, and we add text color, it should become red. But it doesn't. They are written by more specific selector. Alright. I can imagine that is the way it works. So I guess Web Studio does it better. You can position the selectors in an order, and the order determines which one will be used. So you can have a default styling, and if you change the color just like we did right now, the letter gets used. If I remember correctly, but Bogdan, please correct me if I'm wrong. Yes, I am very great actually. How are you doing, Toby? Nice to see you. Nice to see you around. We should do a live stream, by the way. Let's make that happen. I would like to get to know you more. We are in the same Facebook Messenger group, and we off and on we have been in contact. So and I saw a message from you on YouTube that you would like to join live streams. And what a great way to test it out with my live stream. So let's get that in. And Jimmy, if you sometimes want to join a live stream as well, let me know. Would love to just have some casual conversations about things happening in the space or things that you are very excited about. For Toby as well, by the way. They added important supports to work around class order. That is very annoying, but I also get it. So could be that this has a higher class, right? So if we add nav link and then add a color in there, for instance, this primary color, and then we add text color, it should override, but again, it doesn't happen. I guess I don't understand how this works in Webflow, and it's fine. Let's continue on with this one. A question from my little brother that says, "Hello, Toby. Was to look into the search engine optimization side of things right here. So let's check it out. We have our CMS, so we can add a collection. For instance, we want to create a blog. Collection name. Blogs. And did you know if you have a collection item that is called new, you will be creating news? This is fun. I have to go. See you, Bogdan. Nice of you to join and have a lot of fun. And we'll check out Web Studio again when the animations are really done. Want to see how the interactions work. All right, so we have this one. We can set up the how this works. We can set basic information like, I don't know, title and slug. That feels about right. And then we need to save changes, and then we can add our select field. Now this feels very similar to a ACF, but a little bit stripped down because you actually need to pay if you want more, of course. And then you pay $40 a month. But in here we can add an image because we want a featured image. And save field. Oh, and here we have another field that we can add. For instance, we want to add our rich text. And say contents. Save field. And create collection. And there we are. We have our blog collection. And we can... very British... humor jokes. I couldn't get a better prompt idea for that, so I will just go with it. It's fun to just see what AI comes up with, right? If it's generating fake blog posts. Yes, let's do it. Awesome. Then we need to pick a date on when to do that. And then you get experience with the live streaming and the conversations people could have. And the Brits would probably write it as humor. Yes, most probably write it as humor. Is there a humor in humor? Magic of Pops. Pops, the heart of British social life. Pops are more than just places to grab drink. They are the heart of the British social life. They serve as gathering spots for friends, families and communities, offering a warm atmosphere and sense of belonging. High likely, eh, chap? Nice. Depends on what part of British you write. A joy of scones, the art of quieting. And flexing politeness. The quirks of British humour. Exactly what you've written, right? Humour with the O and U. Well, certainly. My wife just said you will do well with voiceovers, especially for animated moves. Thank you. I can see myself doing another kind of things. I need to take a look at different kinds of income streams. So thanks both of you. Hi, wife of Toby. Nice pictures, by the way. I've seen them on Facebook, and congratulations also on your YouTube channel and experience and adventure. It's really tough to do and start there, but I really like that you give it a try at least. Maybe someone that is very close to you has tried to convince you to do that sort of things. I don't know if if Toby did that. And I guess Toby will help out any way he can. Let's see. I'm very curious where we can find these search engine optimization kind of things. Slater code environment. That's old school. Nowadays, people are vibe coding. Have you heard about vibe coding? It's like letting the AI do everything. It's very, very funny kind of thing. Yeah, I don't see where we can set up the search engine kind of thing. Do we need to publish first? Yeah, just publish it. Let's go. No worries. The question was, what kind of tunes did you watch when you grow up? Just like for us, it was a little bit of Family Guy, and we had a lot of fun experience watching that one. Something favorite show. Let's have a look at our beautiful website. Look at that beautiful website. But still, I want to figure out where we can set our search engine optimizations. There we go. There's the answer. So we can go to our pages, I guess, and then in here we have settings. And for these settings, we can set the access control so we can access it. You can also make it private. That's very fun. And we can add search engine optimization settings with a nice preview of the website. So your hero section, this is actually very smart if you ask me. That you can use your hero section of your homepage as a way to showcase your website. It's not done automatically in WordPress. We can set our search settings. We can set our description, image if we want to. Have a custom one. And we can also make changes. Let's see, to our text. I wonder, what can we do for our images? We need to be able to add an attribute, right? Something like title. We can add custom properties. But it's a little bit hidden away if you ask me. We can add a alt text, I hope. No, it's Of course, this is a custom CSS property. It's not an attribute. And here we can add custom attributes. For instance, the alt text, what's called logo. Why isn't my T showing up? Alt with a T. Come on, you can do it. Don't be shy. So this name is reserved. I know. And I want to add the alt. Oh, it's there. All right. Use alt text from asset. So it would be asset name. You can have a decorative. Image has no semantic value. All right, that makes sense. We can add a custom description. Can we make AI do that? No, it doesn't. Looney Tunes. Oh, Inspector Gadget. Inspector Gadget. Go Gadget. Make me a website. Ta-da! It does work nowadays. Looney Tunes. Very often have Looney Tunes playlists on YouTube. Nice. For me, it's Disney villain movies. I just love listening to Disney villain songs. They're something that resonates with me, right? I'm also very dark and I hate the world. No, I'm kidding. I love the world. And here we have our media management kind of thing. So we have all the things that we actually need to open those things. We can make changes to our headings. We can change stylings. Let's see what happens if we start from a fresh one. So we go back in here, we create a new website, and we start with a blank site. Let's do bridge builder challenge. Let's create that one, and let's see if we can create the section from the bridge builder that has a few people wondering. So we add a section right here, and I love to use quick stack. What the hell is quick stack? Well, it's quickly stacking. This is our grid builder. Nice. They call it different. We have 3 fractions for those, and we need more for those. Let's see. Let's make this very long, like 4. That seems to be fine. We can make this one smaller, and those 2 a little bit bigger. Something like that should be fine. Hunchback, yeah, ooh, yeah, Hellfire. That one was nice. Did you Peter Pan when I worked in Disneyland Paris? Yeah, nice. Know that you were talking to Peter Pan, right? No, I didn't. That's awesome. I literally played when I was reading this and I thought you were playing the song from Peter Pan, but that's really awesome. Hunchback of Notre Dame, yeah. Hellfire. No, I can't sing. Now, Gypsy, it is your turn. Let's add Toby. What is your, if you're still around, what is your Disney favorite Disney movie or cartoon movie? You can do it either way, right? Or favorite cartoons or something else that you did watch. Now, are we able to drag this? Ooh, we can easily select what we want, the cell, the stacking. But I want this paragraph to span 2 rows. Are we able to do that? It doesn't look like it. Here we can add another row. That's nice. I want this to be there, but I want it to be bigger. We can't change it to grid, which I can imagine. We can't do any of these kind of things. Am I missing something, or are you just talking to me? I don't see anything about that one. We have ideas and interactions. Let's see what we can do with interactions. Can we create amazing animations? If we do on hover, we can start an animation. But we don't have any animations, so we need to add one. And test. Way too boring to have it. Did not watch a lot of cartoons growing up. Still don't ask me about books. Alright, what's your favorite book? Read the comment above. Oh, which one? I didn't know you were Peter Pan. Are you referring to that one? Or are you referring to the one about the Hunchback of Notre Dame being your favorite one? Hellfire? Or do you mean this one? Don't want to check to your... Oh, do I need to check my Facebook? Let's do that real quick. Alright, damn. And where do we need to check? Come on, come on. Oh, really? That's awesome. I don't know if you like people also seeing that on the big screen, but that's awesome. You're so young there. How was the experience to be a part of Disney? I can't imagine. You can share it. I don't care. All right. I have to do it now. Yes, of course I have to do it now. If you make me curious, I want to know why. Look at this. This is Jimmy as Peter Pan. That was the best time of my life. Awesome. That's awesome. And this is Jimmy as Peter Pan. This is so awesome that you have been there. It's something that you don't know if you just look at the stream. This is something that and the experience that you have from that side is something that can be very valuable to share, by the way. That's so awesome. Being Peter Pan. I mean, how many people can say that they were Peter Pan in a Disney park? I mean, none. I can only think of one person. I don't know who that is. That one. It's a comedian on the show that was happening on the pirate boat from Disney Park. Nice. That is a very unique experience. That's so awesome. Ooh, look at the animation. Woohoo! We can add, and this is awesome. This should also be in WordPress some kind of way. BricsForge has it as well, but you can set the timing. Okay, got it. And you can set when the interaction will happen and what will happen if we do that. So we have set a filter. I don't want a filter. I want it to. Oh damn! I guess we lost everything, and now I have to pay. I don't want to pay. I want it to be free. I mean, yeah, you were Mowgli as well. Yeah, that's true. I was never a special guy that could be a Disney person. But Toby, what about your books? I'm now very curious. Hey Dave, nice of you to join. It's always awesome to play characters in a show. Yeah. That's why I created my own show. Then I can be the one and only character in the show. Now you guys are the characters in my show. I'm told to be nice. Yeah. Tell us about your books, Toby. Let's see what we're animating. I'm a bit done with this. I think this is it's really fun that what it has, and it has a lot of similarities to what we have in Bricks as well. I don't think this is used so much, so I can't, for the sake of me, think of anything that we need to test that would be widely different. it feels very comfortable to use. It feels very at home. So yeah, if you're looking to transition away from WordPress and think that Web Studio is not there yet, I mean, they're still adding a lot of features, so I can imagine maybe something's missing. I think Webflow could be a very great opportunity alternative as to WordPress, but I think it gets expensive really fast, so that's something that you need to keep in mind. Yeah, that's awesome. I also want to do that at a time. Doing a D&D one-shot. I did it once at a previous company. It was very fun to do with very lovely colleagues as well. And let's see how we're doing on time. 45 minutes. All right. There's also some other things I would love to show because it made me very happy. So it was the Webflow experience. Yeah. I think it's awesome. I think it feels really at home. I don't get why you get CMS when you have the free option, but if you pay $40 a month, so you're willing to pay, then you get less than what you get if you're using it for free. That's insane to me, but could be just me. And yeah, that's it. Now for the next couple of weeks, I've been working on a process at work as well, and I wanted to update my Figma file. This is my Figma file for how I want to get started with if I had an own company and I want to do a design for people. There's a place where you can have the project timeline, so maybe this should be projects instead of Kanban. And in here, if you ever used Figma, you can just drag this over to another section, and this could be your project management kind of system. It is very simple, but if you are just working in Figma, this could be done pretty well. Then we have our briefing. And for this, I want to set up, all right, what is our one-liner for this project? And I'm very excited to show you guys this because I've been working as a very long time on this already, and I've updated this. So to get in practice for designing, and that's what I will be doing as well from next month onwards, I want to practice a little bit my design skills, because building websites is something that I can do and I can do as well at my work, but I want to practice my design skills. And for that, we need a brief. And to create a brief, we can use AI to help us out, of course, nowadays. And here are some very nice things that you can look at and helps out. All right, see you, Cloudsack. A lot of Nigerian authors. All right. I was read J.K. Rowling, kind of why I was full-time writer before porting to... How I'm so curious about your history, Toby. What have you done and how did you come up to this point? I really want to do the live stream with you to have a kind of get to know Toby kind of thing. So let's make that happen. Here we have a little bit of background from the client, the goals hypothesis that we can set. What do we think that the client would like to solve, or what does the client think they need to solve? The audience, and some, if they have brand styling, so what kind of colors do they have, what kind of fonts do they use, do they have logos, is there a brand guide, and some projects, some competitors they like. Now for the sitemap, you can have something like this, that you can add your page right here, and then you have your sections that you can just copy and paste in. If you want to give a look to a different kind of sections, you can just change it. I see that there's a lot of them that are not working anymore, so I need to fix them. But this is just giving the giving people a way to see what kind of pages will be there and what the approximate structure is for those pages. Now I've been learning this at my day job as well, so I know that this could be very important. And in here you can create wireframes There's a lot of preset things like buttons, and we have default colors that we can use and default drop downs and that sort of things. So this is from a other one, but I've adjusted it to fix my needs, and it was very fun to do. And now I can easily create a website, and most likely the servers names are based on Kevin Gary's way of how to do the stacking. I don't know if I really agree with ultra light. It could be I don't know, surface and then surface light, surface lighter, surface lightest. I think that makes more sense if you ask me. Then we also have a way to setting up a direction. So what kind of design style would we like to go? And here we can have a better defined style. Then we can create the concepts, and then we can create design. Now in the future, I want to, so from April onwards, I want to take a little bit of time to get to know how to create these kinds of things, how to create a little bit of wireframe, and yeah, level up my design skills as well. So if you would like to do that as well, follow me in April, because throughout April I will be doing that during live streams and having chat with you guys as well, of course. And if you would like to have access to this Figma file, I don't know if you would like to, I will leave a link in the description just for you, if you want to follow along in the Figma journey. Now, something else that I've seen is from YouTube. It's from a guy called Wesboss, and he showed a way to create a ambilight kind of thing. And what ambilight is, it is this reflection right here. And what he showed in that video, I was like, I want to remake that one. So I did just use the same code he did. And here's the effect. So we can see on the border edge, there's something, and as you can see, it is now reflected from the YouTube video. So it will be using the YouTube video as a base and have a blurred version actually behind it. Now we can set the blurred version to be very big if we change the settings right here. And as you can see, the blurred section is very big. Now we can create a ambilight like style. So if we set this background to black, I think it's even more profound. Yeah, now you see it even better. And it takes the color of the edges and then just expands outwards. Now, it's a very fun way of how it works, actually. Ever tried dark light design? I just traded it just once. As you can see, it is an ambilight effect, just like the Philips television. And yeah, we can do all sorts of crazy things. We can make it go big, or we can make it very small, like 20. These will see harsher lines, and we can make this bigger as well. Do something like this. And we can saturate the bird kind of thing. So it's really very fun to create an ambilight like feeling. And it's actually mirroring the source graphic, which in this case is our video. So if we remove this one, this is actually what we are creating. And if we press play, this is actually what's happening. It tries to figure out what kind of colors that needs to be used, and it will create some kind of ambilight effect. Let's check out what you guys are saying. I struggled with it for a long time until I discovered HSL, and inverting just one of these three values will give you, oh nice. But I never have. Only for quick demos. Nice. Okay, challenging indeed, but yeah. It's a very nice nice tutorial as well I saw that video not so long ago. Such a great idea and great guy too. Yeah, I never met West Boss, but yeah, I love the thing that he shared, and I thought I need to share this with you guys as well. And I will be using this for my website as well. If you like to have the code for this this ambilight effect, I will just copy it and my code pen in this in the chat. So if you would like to play around with it, I don't know fully understand how this works, to be completely fair. But it looks great. It looks really like the ambilight effect, like a very subtle effect that we can play. Ooh.
Hello.
Ah, that's a shame that it's opened in a new YouTube kind of thing. You're welcome. I hope this will inspire you for your websites as well. I will be using it for my companion website, text.review. If you have not heard about it, you will find all the videos that have been posted last 9, I guess. What I still need to do is add the articles that are related to it. I've done it once, but never done it again. The tool that I used didn't work as planned. I used Video Tab, but it didn't work out really great to create a blog post out of the video using the transcript. Alright guys, I guess this is time to say goodbye, because it's almost an hour and I'm getting tired. It's time to go to bed almost. So thank you for joining. If you like this kind of thing, so from next month onwards, I want to be looking at the design kind of things, looking at how to create Figma as well, Figma things. And maybe the last 10 minutes I will show something awesome in CSS again, because I will be exploring more CSS as well, just because it's fun. You're welcome, Toby, and let's have a chat on when we can do the live stream together, and to get to know you as well a little bit. That would be nice. Yeah, thank you for joining, and I'll catch you all on the next one. As always, keep designing. Now I have to press the end broadcast button and stop streaming. It's always a hassle to find it, so